She should say, sorry,
The
these dogs
answer
are
is no.
The dogs are in training. Sorry. That could have been nicer. She could have approached it
You
nicer.
asked the question, can I pet the dog? And she said no.
People who feel entitled to certain things absolutely suck, and it seems a common consensus online is that people enjoy seeing entitled people getting called out, put in their place, and exposed. Which is why we're doing a follow-up video from the original video. I counted down 10 entitled people, and now I'm coming back at you guys with another 10. Yay. What's happening, guys? Jared Bronstein here, and welcome to I.O. Today we'll be counting down the top 10 entitled people who were exposed part 2, bringing our total count to 20 if you include the first list. As always, we got some bloopers and comment replies coming up at the end of this one, and make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to never miss a video. And now, let's just get straight into the exposing. At the top of the list, Amber from an unnamed charity. So engineer and workshop owner Abs Del Fuego decided to be a good guy. Although he builds arcade machines, which definitely are not cheap, out of the goodness of his heart, he made a deal with the unnamed charity. Rather than charge the charity full price up front, Abs agreed that he would give them a total of 3 machines and only take 10% of what the machine makes until he's paid in full for the machines. Just to clarify, Abs wasn't taking any interest, he was simply helping out a charity who couldn't afford the gaming systems by allowing them to use and profit off of them while paying him just 10% of profits until he recoups his money. At some point, Amber was hired to take over for Nicole and just did not understand the deal. Abs explained he has the keys to the machine because his guys count the money, then the charity's team counts the money, and then Abs guys take 10%. It's all legit, everything's done in front of everybody else, you can't really steal. Yet for some reason, Amber demanded the keys, threatened to change the locks, have Abs arrested, and accused him of stealing. In the end, Abs took the machines back, reimbursed the charity the money he made off the machines thus far, and donated them to another charity. Eventually, the charity apologized to Abs, who made 3 more machines under the same deal, and Amber got demoted. Up next at number 9, Sephora woman. Now, if you've ever been in or near a Sephora, you probably know the makeup shop is always busy. I went in there once to buy an ex-girlfriend some hair ties and a gift card, because I don't know the first thing about makeup, I'm not gonna buy her makeup, and the line was insane. This was in the middle of the day too, during the week. Doesn't really make sense, but the place is always slammed. And this was the case when a woman had the audacity to cut in front of everyone and address the line of people, I quote, "I need to go first because I just know I'm spending more money today than a lot of you," end quote. Well then, excuse me. Let me just wipe your ass while I'm at it too. Now, if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm sure the store would prefer that. They want to make as much money as they can. But any human being would not accept that, and I think it's safe to say she got moved to the back of the line. Moving on to the number 8 spot, a Reddit post from Lipstick in Stockings. Now, this user claims they got a friend who wasn't given a name, so we'll call him Chad. Chad was fortunate enough to get into graduate school, which is a huge accomplishment. However, the only issue Chad had was that it was far from home. He wasn't necessarily homesick, I guess he just missed being pampered. The user explained, about a month into school, Chad called complaining and upset that he had to do his own laundry. Apparently, Chad had a nanny do his laundry until he was 18 and didn't even take care of himself when he was doing his undergrad. The best part of this is that you're probably thinking I'm going to say he hired a nanny for his dorm, and you're wrong. But he just quit school altogether and moved back home. All because he couldn't take care of himself. And this man was trying to get a graduate degree. In at lucky number 7, Daniel's friend. Now, Daniel didn't fully expose his friend because he crossed his name out. Not sure why you do such a thing when in reality, this isn't a friend, but just a guy. Either way, here's what happened. Daniel's friend shot him a message saying, "Hey, sorry this is out of the blue, but I need a favor." Daniel replies, "Hey, long time, how can I help?" Alright, maybe they aren't the best of friends, but they were clearly pals who've known each other for a while. This man texts Daniel saying, "I know this is random, but I'm in a little debt, and I know you have some cash to spare, so I was wondering if you could give me some." Daniel responds, I could lend you some money if you pay me back. I'm not rolling it at the moment, lol. This guy legitimately texts back, "I have to pay you back? Come on, man, I thought we were mates." Daniel, obviously shocked, sends a text asking if this is a joke. This guy's response, "No, thought we were mates. Obv's not." I don't even know what to say. I've never expected anyone to lend me anything and then not expect it back, unless they say it's yours to keep, when no one's ever said that to me with money. In at number 6, a Starbucks tale. Now, this woman's name is unknown, but according to a former barista, this woman was known as their worst customer. The barista also explains she was an overly entitled soccer mom who was never pleasant and very condescending. Their words verbatim, not mine. So here's what went down. The barista made a drink and this woman grabbed it. After taking a sip and realizing it wasn't the extra hot light foam skinny but with one splendid double cup latte she normally gets, she did what any normal person would do and threw the cup full of espresso and milk at the barista. Alright, so I made up the order, but this woman got a coffee, took a sip, and threw it at the barista, claiming they made it wrong. When the barista looked at the cup, they noticed this woman's name wasn't on it. It was someone else's name. It was someone else's order. Halfway through the list, at number 5, this story comes from Reddit user Pill Bug Pudding. It was the holiday season and this guy's cousins came to visit from New York. 2 of the younger cousins, who were at the time believed to be 11 and 15, came from a family with decent money. Still, this user's grandmother wanted to get them a gift, even though she didn't didn't have much to give at the time. Unsure of what the two boys would want, she opted to play it safe and get them each holiday cards with a $20 bill inside of each one. Upon opening their gift, the younger cousin, who was 11, allegedly started to laugh, while the 15-year-old looked disgusted at what they just opened. Then the 15-year-old looked at the grandmother, who was smiling with love and glee, and said to her, "What the f do you think we could buy with 20 bucks?" Now, I'm not one for hurting minors, but if I found out that grandma slapped the shit out of this kid, I'd be pretty happy. Moving on to number 4, the department store nightmare. A customer at a department store decided to act in an incredibly rude and disrespectful way to an employee at a department store. This employee was over the job, had already handed in their 2 weeks notice, and really didn't care much about the job in general. While covering another employee on the cash register, a woman with a full cart approached. While the employee was ringing up all of this woman's items, the woman was speaking loudly on the phone and chewing her gum obnoxiously. When it was time to pay, the employee tried to get the woman's attention in the nicest way possible. The woman on the phone says to whoever she was speaking to on the other line, "Give me a second," as if she's being rudely interrupted. The cashier asks if the woman has any coupons she'd like to use, stretching out her hand to grab them. This woman literally just drops the coupons on the counter and continues with her call. Turns out one of the coupons was expired, one didn't apply to the woman's purchase, and the other didn't start until the week after. After the cashier explained this and the woman lost it on the cashier who did nothing wrong, the cashier had a clapback of her own. Smiling at this entitled, angry woman who already yelled at her for horrible customer service, the cashier simply said, "On the bright side, it's Tuesday, so you can still apply for your senior's discount." The woman couldn't have been older than 40, so she was pissed. And then when she explained that she was 40, she took away the senior discount and jacked the price up another 20 bucks. On to number 3. This guy Matt has a cousin named Jason who was a recent high school graduate. Jason's family does quite well, with both of his parents being real estate agents, making close to or more than $1 million bucks. Jason goes off to school and, like most college kids, decides to partake in some drinking. Unfortunately, little Jason here couldn't handle his booze, so he got arrested for public intoxication and resisting arrest in his first semester at school. Then he'd eventually get expelled from school and was living off of his parents. The craziest part of this story is that Jason's dad ended up buying him a brand new Range Rover, explaining, I quote, "It was a reward for learning from his mistakes and staying positive when the law targeted him." Now at number 2, Megan Stoff. It actually wasn't Stoff who was exposed for being entitled, but she was actually the victim here. At a mall in Pittsburgh, a woman with her daughter saw a service dog and asked if they could pet it, to which its owner, Stoff, said no. End of story. It's working. It's not that hard to understand. Yet for some reason this mother had a real problem with it. After getting into a verbal argument which was caught on camera, the woman then decided to get security. This is all because she was told no when asked if her daughter could pet a service dog. The woman apparently started to cry about it to security, like literally cry, claimed she'd be calling her lawyer because the victim was filming her without consent, and then just took off. At the end of the day, her argument was, instead of a no, the woman with the service dog should have explained the dog was working and can't be pet. But I mean, does she really owe an explanation? If someone asks me if they could pet my dog, I say no because he's not nice. But I shouldn't have to. If I say no and you do anyways and he bites you, it's kind of just like, told you so, you know? So just kind of deal with it. Sorry, bud. Now at number 1, the top of this list, we got this man. No idea what his name is or what he's doing. Not sure if he's pretending to be homeless or in need of money, but he doesn't seem all that desperate. Sure, his shirt is a little dirty, but he's got a perfectly shaven goatee, a nice pair of white Nikes, and a sign that reads, "20s and larger only, please. Don't waste my time. God bless." I don't even know what to say. Is this some sort of joke? Is it photoshopped? I really don't understand, and I certainly hope no one actually gave him money. Not that they would, but then again, I just counted down 10 things people did that I didn't think would ever actually happen, so who knows. Anyways guys, that does it for this list. Let me know in the comments below which number you thought was the worst. Really, they could all be true number 1s because all these people suck, so there's that. For now, let's reply to some comments, and then we got some bloopers, so stick around. So in the video, top 10 YouTubers who have begged fans to stop visiting their houses. Batman Likes Pizza said, "It's sad that this is even a list." Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's weird. People just tend to forget that like celebrities and YouTubers and actors, musicians, they're people. They're real people. Drunk Cape 567 said, "PewDiePie. I even had school classes coming to my house." PewDiePie did say that in a video, which is like, it's one thing if it's kids that show up to the house because they're excited. If a school is allowing a field trip to someone's house, that's disgusting. What? Ali Saunders said, "No one should have to deal with this no matter who they are." That's so valid. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm at home and someone knocks on the door, I do one of those, like, I don't go right to the door, I like hide and I try to see who it is, right? Now imagine doing that every single day. I would be petrified. I would not, just amp up security or something, I don't know. Anyways guys, that does it for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. If you guys enjoyed it, share it with a friend, maybe give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed and click that bell to never miss a video. Stick around for these bloopers, and we'll see you guys soon. Yay! Mother. Like, I just fucking like Flexed up too. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I just burped there.